Local government.
Local government. Well, that has been a big issue in the country.
Exactly.
Continuing to be an issue, problem in the country, yes.
Yes. So the system of local government we have now under the current constitution is that it establishes local government. Local governments, there's a principle of decentralization.
Yeah.
There's obviously many current issues relating to
Yes,
that and disputes.
the local governments felt that the central government is encouraging on their autonomy and not giving them freedom to exercise the autonomy that they have under the constitution. Yes, there's a need for more decentralization and devolution of powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the 2020 draft, the draft did not touch or change the system of local government much.
Okay.
After consultation, I believe the outcome was, well, the laws are there. The constitution does maintain our system of decentralization.
Okay.
It's an issue of enforcing the law and implementation.
Okay.
So in 1997, we have autonomy of local government, decentralization. In the 2020, the CRC did not change that.
I see.
In the draft of 2024, they have deleted our whole system of local government.
What?
The whole chapter dealing with local government
It's deleted.
and amended.
Oh,
so
amended.
they have deleted decentralization, the word decentralization. They have deleted the autonomy, financial autonomy of council. All the sections relating to local government they have deleted.
Really?
Even the establishment of Alcalo and CEFO. Then they just have a short section that says there will be an act of the National Assembly that will now provide for elections of mayors and mayoresses. But basically they're going to put local governments under central government and now remove the whole idea or expectation of or right to autonomy and decentralization. Now that is a big step back. Even
what could this mean now from what obtains now?
Yes.
Compared to what obtains now, what could this mean? They cannot have their independence in finance. They cannot have independent control over their finance. Or,
well, and this is another problem that you have in this draft, because I'm trying very hard not to be too legalistic.
well, yeah, let's try to break down the jargons.
Yes. When you create a new law like a constitution, and you find people already living under an existing law, there are problems with imposing this new law and new changes on the people that you find. And therefore, as a draftsperson, as a person who is creating the law, you must be very careful and at least be very clear what the consequence of this law is going to be and whether it will work. So for example, if people have voted and there is already a system of local governments who are autonomous, and you bring a new constitution in 2025, after you have gone through a referendum, and then now the new constitution doesn't have autonomy, does that mean administratively you're going to make changes in the councils? Does that mean the rights that the people had and they voted in 2018, those rights have disappeared? This document that they have provided doesn't explain this. It doesn't even have what we call a transitional provision. Say for example, we are going to you are living in a house, right? Your house has windows, and you have a tap in your house with water, and these are two important features of your house. If someone took your windows or your tap, it would be inconvenient.
You handicap one way.
Yes. Now, if a law is passed that says, well, from now on, all houses in the Gambia will not have a tap with water, and everyone should go and take their water from outside.
Yeah.
And that law is passed.
Yeah.
But you already have your tap with water.
Yeah.
And somebody comes and says, well, I'm going to, what you're doing is illegal. But you say, well, when I put my tap in there, it was legal.
It was legal.
How do we deal with the conflict between the two situations? The new law should explain for Mr. Cham and people who already have taps, they're exempt, or I'm going to give them time, or this is the changes that are going to happen. So in the 2020 draft, it was very careful to go through all these transitional provisions that we call, and every time something is impacted, to explain what the consequence would be. So now you just delete the system of local government. What's going to happen to the 8 local governments that exist
already?
Yes. So
but it did say there's going to be an act of parliament.
Yes.
that is going to deal with it.
Yes. And until you pass that act, what happens?
Okay, a transitional period.
Yes. So for me, as a lawyer, it's not clear, and it's not how you would draft a law, because you would create a bit of chaos, and particularly a constitution.